What happened on that last field goal attempt at the end of regulation.
Saban jumping around way out on the field, gesturing to his offense. Tagovailoa dancing around, circling back, dropped! A disastrous first down play. Devin Bellamy got it back at the 42.
Chris, that's a combination of great coverage downfield by Georgia and just being a young quarterback not put in this situation. Bellamy almost gets him there. See, that's where you'd like to see him throw it away. Nobody's open. You got to give up on the play, throw it away, get outside of the pocket and play on 2nd and 10. That's his youth right there.
Tagovailoa trying to make up for it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown! Alabama wins! The Crimson Tide will not be denied. True freshman to true freshman. Tagovailoa to Devontae Smith. Alabama breaks Georgia hearts. Nick Saban back on the summit where he has caught the bear with his 6th national championship. Bama has won 5 in 9 years.
How fitting, Chris. And a night when we've talked so much about freshmen, it's true freshman to true freshman to win the game for Alabama.
A 41-yarder after the sack, delivering the victory in overtime to Alabama. To Tom Rinaldi.
Chris, Nick, you just said his
question. Was that a good game or what?
How do you describe what you just coached through?
Well, I'll tell you what, the resiliency of our team to come back in the second half. Tua did a great job, gave us a little spark. Defense picked it up to overcome the adversity of missing the field goal in regular and then go and win the game in overtime. It's a great football game. You got to give Georgia a lot of credit. They really played well in the game. But I'm so proud of our players for the way they come back in the game after the first half we played was not very good.
What led to the decision, and what did you tell Tua?
Well, I just thought we had to throw the ball in the game, and I thought he could do it better. And he did. He did a good job. We made some plays in the passing game. So, hey, it's just a great win, man. I'm so happy for Alabama fans. Great for our players. Unbelievable.
After what happened last year, losing with 1 second to go, the mantra all season was finish. How did you coach your team to do that tonight? What spirit did they show you, Nick?
Well, I told them in the beginning, I said, look, all we got to do is execute. We made so many mistakes in the first half. I mean, we were shooting ourselves in the foot left and right. So I said, if we just go have poise and focus to execute like we do all the time, that's who we are. We'll have a chance to get back in this game. And the players believed it and came back and did a great job.
Your 6th national championship. You tie Bear Bryant for most in the poll era. Take a second and hear that. What does that mean to you?
Right now, I'm just happy for all these folks here. I'm happy for all these folks. I'm happy for our players. I don't care anything about that, to be honest with you. This was a great win for our players, and I've never been happier in my life.
Never.
Never.
Congratulations, Nick. Maria.
Thanks, Tom. Tua, you have never started a game on the college level, and yet you get to start in the biggest game of your life. When did you find out that you were going in?
I mean, I found out when we were in the locker room. Coach brought the quarterbacks together, and he made the statement that, Tua, you're going to start out the second half, and we're going to rotate the quarterbacks. See how things go. So we went from there.
What went through your mind when Coach let you know you were about to play in a national championship game?
My parents would be mad, but excuse me. First and foremost, I just like to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. With Him, all things are possible, and that's what happened tonight. But I mean, it was a team effort tonight, you know. I mean, couldn't have been done without the defense getting us the ball back. You know, our O-line blocking, working their butts off, as well as our receivers. You know, it was just a great team effort. You know, and they were the guys that made me look good tonight, so.
When you saw that field goal was hooked left, you knew you would have to take the field one more time and try to win this game. I mean, what were you saying before you took the field again?
I mean, I didn't say anything, you know, just going baking in, just take it a play at a time, and that's what happened.
Now that you're a national champion, as a true freshman, I mean, describe what it means for you in this moment.
You know, in this moment, I mean, it means the world, but at the same time, I mean, all glory goes to God. You know, I can't describe what he's done for me and my family, you know. Who would have ever thought I would have been here, you know, right now in this moment. So, you know, I thank God for that. And, you know, I just like to thank my teammates and Coach Saban for giving me the opportunity.
And describe what you saw on that final game-winning play.
They had split safety. You know, the safety on Devontae's side, on the single receiver side, he tried to disguise his coverage. I tried to look him off. He stayed in the middle, and then I went back outside. It was cover 2 on their side, you know, but he stayed inside. So, I mean, I took a shot downfield, and he caught it.
And congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tom?
Right, let's go.
Here with Jalen Hurts. Jalen, you've just been shaking your head. You've had that smile on your face. Your reaction when you found out Tua was going to start the second half, honestly.
He was going to step in and do his thing. You know, we have a lot of guys in the QB room that play really well, and he stepped in and did his thing. Did his thing for the team.
In every offensive huddle, you were right there next to him throughout the second half and overtime. What was your message to him?
Ball. Play your game. Ball. You know, he's destined for stuff like this. He's built for stuff like this. You know, he has the it factor, and I'm so happy for him, happy for this team.
What does it mean to you to be a national champion?
It's unbelievable. I dreamed about this.
Congratulations, Jalen.
Thank you.
Chris?
Shows a lot of class because as a competitor, got to be bittersweet feelings. Meanwhile, Tagovailoa, Kirk, had to shake off a 16-yard loss in the previous play, and that's like they're back at the 41-yard line, not in field goal range.
Right. It was how about them coming right back to this call? And you know, he mentioned how he moved the safety. This is a safety right here. Dominic Sanders moves him to the middle of the field, gives him just enough. What you don't see is his head moves complete. Watch his eyes right here. His head is looking this way. He's trying to move the safety as much as he can, because if he does, he knows that he has Smith streaking down the sidelines. The eyes move the safety just enough for him to go back to Smith and make the throw of the year.
And the first catch of the night for Smith, one of those true freshmen that played such a prominent role. Really an incredible storyline. We'll talk about this one for as long as college football was played, not just because of Saban's historic achievement that, of course, he downplayed, but because of Tagovailoa from Hawaii to Tuscaloosa and coming off the bench and making that play after Alabama had a chance to win it in regulation. Papanastos hooking it. And I'll tell you what, after that sack, it didn't look real good for that offense.
You see Parrish, the corner, throw his arms up in the air. What that tells me is he was anticipating Sanders being over, helping him out. So miscommunication at the most important play, especially after the sack, and Kirby Smart's team comes up just a little bit short.
And still, the fact holds true. Saban has not lost to one of his former assistants. It's a painful part of losing at the biggest stage. The opponent's confetti is fluttering down on top of your helmet as you walk off the field, and the Dogs will have a hard time shaking this one off after a Cinderella season, having the lead in their own backyard.
That was a great championship. Both teams, you know, did everything that they needed to do to try to win the game. Got to be so happy for Nick Saban and Alabama. All the championships, the consistency, the dynasty continues for Alabama.
Another pillar in this golden decade, this dynasty that most thought we'd never see. Saban inherited a program that was sort of a laughing stock. Our final score, Alabama 26, Georgia 23 in overtime. Back after these messages with the Ford Escape postgame.
The 2018 Ford Escape postgame is brought to you by Ford, going further so you can.